In this tutorial, we'll fix your carousel not working in Bootstrap. Alright, so the most common reason for why your carousel is not working is probably because you did not include the right links for including Bootstrap. Right, so you want to make sure that you have both the CSS and the JavaScript portion of Bootstrap and also the latest version, or at least version 5 probably, right? And be careful, because if you Google for Bootstrap docs for the website, the first link actually gives me an older version 4.1, right? So I'm using Bootstrap 5. So if you just go to the homepage, get Bootstrap, you'll see the latest version and they'll show you how to include Bootstrap. Right, you have two options. So, you know, if you're watching this video, you probably want to do it with the CDN link, right? So you need to include both of these. The JavaScript also includes something called popper. It's not really important, but this is all you need basically. So you just copy this, you paste it here, and the JavaScript as well. You can also place the JavaScript at the end of your body. However, these days we also have to defer attributes, so you can put it in the head and it will not block parsing the rest of the page if you include defer, right? So it's really important that you have mastered the underlying fundamentals like JavaScript, but also CSS, of course. I have courses on them, check them out. I have the links in the description, so you can take those skills to a professional advanced level. And once you've done that, try it again. Now, if that doesn't work, there's another possible reason why it doesn't work, and that's because you're not using the Bootstrap 5 data attributes, right? So here, for example, I'm using data BS right. In Bootstrap 4, it was data right. Now it's data BS right? So all of these data attributes, they have BS in them now. So better to just copy the carousel from the documentation. You can go to docs, you can go to carousel, and they will have examples with the right syntax. So then you can just modify it to get what you want. Right, so make sure you have the right syntax for these data attributes. All right, so another reason why your carousel is not working properly, for example, maybe your buttons aren't working properly, is because you mixed up the IDs, right? Because here, for example, for these buttons, when I click on them, it needs to know which for which carousel it's supposed to be doing something. So here it has data BS target, and it's targeting an element with an ID of hero carousel. Right, so make sure that this one is the same as the ID that you intend to target, right? So make sure you don't mix up the targets and the IDs. So make sure you include the hashtag symbol and make sure that all of that looks right as well. Okay, now maybe you have an issue with the sliding. Maybe it's not sliding for some reason. And that's because you need to have at least one of these items in the carousel needs to have the active class, right? So otherwise it won't work. So make sure you also have the active class at least on one of them. Okay, and if it still doesn't work, go to inspect, right click inspect, and can go into console. And maybe there are errors here. So make sure that if you see any errors here, that you Google for them, or that you know that you fix them, right? If all of that doesn't work, it's better to just go to the documentation, start from scratch, and just copy their carousel examples. And maybe you can find some starter templates online and try again. By the way, if this was helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Also, check out my courses on CSS and JavaScript if you want to take those skills to an advanced level. Because in there, we will build some beautiful real-world projects from scratch, so you can see how everything fits together and really master CSS or JavaScript. And I will also release other courses soon, like React and Node.js. So if you want to be notified, then make sure you are subscribed to the email newsletter. You can find the link in the description. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.